Welcome back. Chapter 25, Catherine. I unlock the door to our apartment a little before 9 a.m. and kick off my shoes, then immediately head for the shower. I want to scrub Ethan's scent off me as quickly as possible. I twist the knob to turn on the water, and because it always takes a few minutes to heat up, go back into my bedroom to toss my clothes in a hamper. My room is just as I left it yesterday. My cream-colored comforter is smooth across my bed, the lights are off, and my clothes are hung according to the color in a tiny closet, creating the rainbow effect my mother and I replicated after we saw it on the home edition. I pause, looking around. Something feels off. It's the strangest thing, but I have the creepy sense someone was in here, running a hand through my clothes, scanning the titles of my books on my shelf, and picking up the picture on my nightstand to study the image of me as a baby with my younger mother. Could it be James? I'm being paranoid, I tell myself, and I walk directly to the shower. I pull back the curtain and step inside, relishing the feel of warm water beating down on me. I reach for the fancy shampoo my mother buys for a fraction of the retail price at a discount store and lather and rinse my hair. While my conditioner soaks in, I shave my legs. I don't exactly feel like a new woman after I turban a towel around my hair and step out into the steamy air to rub lotion on my skin, but at least I'm ready to tackle the day. I've got a good stretch of alone time in front of me, and I intend to make the most of it. I pull a t-shirt dress and decided to let my hair air dry. The apartment feels stuffy, so I crack open the windows in my bedroom and the living room. Then I head to the kitchen to grab breakfast. Other than gin and the bag of tortilla chips Ethan offered me, I haven't eaten since the popcorn I made yesterday afternoon, and I'm starving. There's a plate on the kitchen counter covered in tinfoil with a sticky note atop it. The sticky note has a simple heart on it drawn in blue ink. I pull back the crinkly foil and see scrambled eggs, 2 of the vegetarian sausage links I like, and a toasted everything bagel. The Mr. Coffee pot is half full and set to the warming function. A bottle of ketchup is next to my plate because I love it on my eggs. I thought we were out of those veggie links, but my mother must have made a special trip to the store to pick them up. The pan she used for the eggs is drying in the drain board, so she must have taken the time to scrub it. My mother doesn't eat breakfast. She got up with the sun to do all this for me. Then she walked to the bus stop. I looked down at the heart she drew for me and burst into tears. Oh, I didn't know it was possible to be so deeply angry with someone and simultaneously love them so much that you wanted to hug them until it hurt you both. I cry until my throat feels raw. Then I blow my nose on the paper napkin my mother left folded next to my plate. I don't know what's going to happen between me and my mother, or whether our relationship will ever be the same. I can't know where we will go from here until I find out the truth about her. I microwave my plate to warm everything. Then I sit down at the little wooden table where we share so many meals. I eat alone, finishing every last morsel. I wash and dry my plate and fork and pour a second cup of coffee, then retrieve my legal pad and open my laptop and begin to search again. I'm itching to phone Diane Brown, but I want to wait a few more hours to space out my calls. I can use the *67 trick to block my number, but if she doesn't answer and sees more hangups coming in, she may be suspicious when I do finally reach her using a block number. I spent a lot of time yesterday morning searching for Ruth Sterling. It was like looking for a particular grain of sand when I didn't even know if I was on the right beach. Some of the hits I got were obituaries, while others didn't pan out because the women were all wrong in some fundamental way. Their ages, photo, occupation, or marital status ruled them out. Today I tried narrowing down possibilities by mixing in different details like my mother's birth month, Virginia, and even the word waitress. I find a few leads, but they lead me down rabbit holes. I finally close my laptop a little too roughly and reach around with one hand to massage the back of my neck. I'm grumpy and feel the threat of a headache, probably because I've been staring at a screen for so long and haven't hydrated adequately since last night's gin. I grab a glass of out the cabinet and reach into the refrigerator for the Brita pitcher. I chug down 8 ounces of water, then refill my glass. The water level in the pitcher is getting low, so I pop off the lid and hold it under the sink tap. Someday, I'm going to live in a place where pure filtered water will be on tap. But right now, that's a luxury I can only dream about. My gaze drifts just beyond the stream of running water to the little china ring holder my mother has had for as long as I can remember. On the pointy peak is her topaz ring, where it often sits when she is at work or doing dishes. When I was younger, I used to beg my mom to let me wear the ring. She never once said yes. She even used to yank away her hand when I touched the rectangular stone, telling me the setting was delicate. She acts like that ring is worth $1 million, which is silly because as jewels go, topaz is relatively inexpensive. I know because my old friend Aaliyah got a pair of topaz earrings for her birthday when we were in 10th grade, shortly before we moved, and her parents could not have afforded anything extravagant. The water overflows in the pitcher, running down my hand, but I can't move. I was there when Aaliyah's parents handed her the small square box, wrapped in shiny silver paper. We all eaten dinner at Aaliyah's apartment and cheered as she had blown out the candles on her cake. Aaliyah put the earrings in right after she opened the box and beamed while her father snapped a picture. "Happy birthday, sweetheart," her mother had said. Aaliyah had turned 15 that day. It was early November. I looked at my mother's ring again. It's like seeing it for the first time. Sometimes the things we've been searching for has been staring us in the face all along. Perhaps we missed the clue because subconsciously we don't want to acknowledge it. Maybe my mother did bring along a talisman from her past. After all, the ring. My mother claims her birthday is August 2nd, but topaz is the birthstone for November. As if in a trance, I shut off the water, leaving the heavy pitcher in the sink, and dry my hand on a dish towel before walking back to my laptop. I can no longer trust a single thing my mother has said. Of course, she could have lied about her birth date, and I blindly believe her, never thinking to question such a seemingly fundamental fact about her. I assumed she loved the ring because it was pretty, not because it represented her secret truth. I created a story in my mind to support her deception, like an unconscious co-conspirator. All of those years, I drew balloons on construction paper cards and baked chocolate cupcakes to celebrate on August 2nd. Was every bit of it a lie? I feel the slow burn of deep anger welling up in me again. I clench and I unclench my fist. What else could she have fabricated? For all I know, even her name might be. I leap to my feet before my mind registers my movement, jumping back from the table like the thought is something poisonous that might strike me. My heartbeat races as I inch forward again to grab my legal pad. There was something I came across yesterday during my search, something I need to see again right now. A Google hit with a perfect match for my mother's name. I flipped back a page, my eyes scanned the scribbled notes, then I turned back one more page, impatience swelling inside me. I know it's here. I have to find it. I crossed it out. But when I see it again, the words leap out at me through the strike-through black pen mark I made. Ruth Mary Sterling, Wisconsin. Same birth date, died at 12. I'm shaking so hard I dropped the pad of paper. Maybe my mother's real name isn't Sterling. Her skin is light brown. She claims to be white. I've seen her write that down more than once on forms, but she looks as if she might be partially Latin. I inherited her skin tone too. My friend Chelsea and Aaliyah and I once lined up our forearms, white, black, and brown, and I was the middle shade. Even Ethan, when we first met, expressed surprise when I told him I was fully Caucasian. The floor beneath me feels like it's shuddering, trying to knock me off balance. I take a step towards the table and slowly ease back down in a chair. Ruth Mary Sterling died a long time ago. So who is my mother? The answer crashes down on me. She is the woman who stole Ruth Sterling's identity. Identity theft happens after death. It's common enough that we've dealt with it at Sunrise more than once. My mom told me she gave birth to me at 18. But if she stole Ruth's identity, she would have also appropriated Ruth's exact age. Name, birth date, age, and race. These are typical among the first question on paperwork people fill out in doctor's offices and on government forms. The core facts we use to define ourselves. I have no idea who my mother truly is. My mind begins shrieking at me to run, to get away as fast as I can. Adrenaline seizes control of my body, infusing me with the energy to move. I run to my bedroom and grab my backpack. Dumping my old school notebooks and pens onto my bed, I shove a few changes of clothes into it and zip it up. Then I remember my toothbrush and run to the bathroom. I catch sight of myself in the mirror and it pulls me up short. My eyes are big and wild looking. Who is the woman who calls herself Ruth Sterling? Is she even my mother? I had that thought early on in the chapter. At least the mirror gives me a solid answer. I have her full lips and her high, flat cheekbones. She may have manipulated everything else about our lives, but there's no way she could have influenced the genes that dictated the shape of my features. Oh, okay. I slump onto the floor and wrap my arms around my knees, curling up tight. When I was younger, I loved horror movies, and the best ones were when the monster was in the house. I'd yell at the screen, telling the oblivious Herion to get out of the basement, incredulous she couldn't sense the dark shadow creeping up behind her. I watched those movies with my mother next to me, the two of us clutching each other at the jump scares. Nothing about her is real. I whisper the words out loud because I need to finally hear the truth, even if I'm the only one telling it to myself. My mind is so overloaded, I want to close my eyes right here on the blue bath mat and sleep. But that's not the right escape. I have to summon the will to get out of here. But where can I go? Then I hear a sound that sends a chill down my spine. My mother isn't due home from work for a couple of hours. I thought I had more time. A key is scraping into the lock of our front door. That's the end of chapter 25. Oh my goodness. Can we say Catherine is smart and she is quick-witted and her brain just be going and going and going? She has found out, she had put two and two together that she might be Latin. And her mother is Latin. And then she found out that that's not her mama's name. And now she's feeling like, who is this woman? And oh my goodness, Ruth is about to walk through the door. Is it Ruth? Is it Ruth? I don't know. We don't know. We about to see. I'll see y'all on chapter 26 because we need to know who it is at the door.